Hello, today I'll be talking to you guys about the increase of child obesity. I'd like to thank my audience for being here today. I created a PowerPoint as well for my visual aid. Today, in regards to child obesity, I will be talking about the health effects, the causes, and how to prevent child obesity. Statistically speaking, child obesity has increased. In 1980, the percent of obese children was only 7, and it's risen to 18% in 2012. Obese teenagers, there were only 5% of obese teenagers in 1980, and that's risen to 21% in 2012. So, obesity in children and adolescents is an increasing issue that we all need to take account into. Today I'll be talking about the health effects, the causes, and the prevention. I'll start by talking about the health effects. There are immediate health effects as well as long-term health effects. Some of the immediate health effects include a high risk factor for certain cardiovascular diseases and issues. They may also develop prediabetes, which is when blood glucose levels show that diabetes is highly likely to develop. Other health effects include, but are not limited to, poor self-esteem, sleep apnea, trouble breathing, and bone and joint problems. Some of the more long-term health effects is that children and teenagers that are obese are more likely to be obese as adults, just because we usually have the same habits that we do when we're little, and we continue with those habits when we grow up. This can bring risks of heart disease, type 2 diabetes, stroke, and other adult health problems that teenagers and children are usually not concerned with. They also have a higher risk of certain cancers. This includes breast cancer, esophagus cancer, pancreas cancer, and prostate cancer. So as you guys can see, the health effects are really bad and we have to work to prevent our children and adolescents to get these health effects. Next, I'll be talking about the causes of child obesity. There are two main causes of child obesity, and that's poor diet and nutrition and the lack of physical activity. I'll start by talking about poor diet and nutrition. Children should be taught to eat healthy foods. We're always so quick to just run through McDonald's or go through fast food just because it's a quick dinner, but that's not always the healthiest option. As well as frozen foods, they're actually also not the healthiest option. The most healthy thing you guys can do is go to Publix and make a home-cooked meal. Many areas are actually starting to look at their nutritional value of foods. This includes fast food restaurants, upper class restaurants, and also school cafeterias. Another cause of child obesity is the lack of physical activity. Children are supposed to get 30 minutes to an hour of activity every single day. So if the child isn't getting that, they're not burning the right amount of calories, because the physical activity that they do during the day helps them burn the calories from all the junk that they eat. Next, I'll be talking about the prevention of child obesity. We're going to go back to diet. When it comes to diet, a way to prevent childhood obesity is by, it's really important to eat small portions. It's actually more healthy to have a lot of small portions during the day instead of 3 big meals like we think we're supposed to do. It's important for children to continue their healthy eating habits throughout their life, and it's also very important for us not to rely on fast foods or frozen foods so much, just like I was talking about earlier. When it comes to physical activity, parents can help their child by putting them into a sport. This almost ensures that they'll have enough time to run around at least an hour a day or 30 minutes. It's very important, actually, and the sport can even help their self-esteem and their social habits. Other ways to help prevent obesity in children is maybe your child needs to attend a support group, which is always okay, and there are support groups available. Child obesity is an increasing factor in our lives, and it's been increasing throughout the years, so we really need to step back and control it while we can. It's important to take into account the health factors and the big risks that we take when eating junk food. It's important to prevent this child obesity just to ensure that our children have healthy, happy lives. So thank you so much, and if anyone doesn't have any questions, then that concludes my speech.